Merhaba from Istanbul. We are
Anna,
and Stefan.
and we have a few days ahead to explore this exciting city, the only city in the world that lies on 2 continents. So whether you are enjoying this video from home or planning your own trip to Istanbul, you can take the best out of it. Come and join us. So we arrived in front of Hagia Sophia. This is for many people the reason to come to Istanbul, and also we're very excited to visit it now. It was built by the Romans but turned into a mosque just a few years ago. Hagia Sophia opens currently at 9 a.m. so you see people queuing up already. There is a line for the tickets, but there is also a security line. If you want to be one of the first to enter Hagia Sophia, then definitely prepare to get up early. So Hagia Sophia was just stunning. It was super impressive. It's really worth visiting it. There is a combi ticket for the Hagia Sophia and the Hagia Sophia Experience Museum. We just did that, and it was really a great experience because it gives you like an audio visual experience about the history from the construction of the Hagia Sophia until today. There is also an audio tour which is for free. If you bring your own headphones, you can scan barcodes provided and then get some additional information about Hagia Sophia. The Blue Mosque is very close to Hagia Sophia, so if you visit Hagia Sophia, you can make your way easily to Blue Mosque. So you see a lot of people around. It's super busy because it's the end of Ramadan, so the most important holidays. And you can also see that the Blue Mosque is closed today. As a recommendation, please check the opening times of the sites you want to visit and keep in mind the prayer times.
Part of the travel experience is always the food. Here you can see Stefan buying a simit from a street seller. It is a Turkish bread roll with sesame, and you can choose between plain with cream cheese or Nutella. Turkish coffee is always a good idea. Keep in mind that Turkish coffee is unfiltered, so let the coffee sit for a bit before you enjoy it. Another popular street food to be found easily are roasted chestnuts. Vendors arrange them aesthetically around their cart.
No trip to Istanbul is complete without a visit to a bazaar. So we are right in front of the Grand Bazaar. This is the biggest market here in Istanbul, where you can immerse yourself in thousands of shops where you can find almost anything you need. And yeah, let's go.
The Grand Bazaar in Istanbul is one of the largest and oldest covered markets in the world, with 61 covered streets and over 4,000 shops. It's often regarded as one of the first shopping malls in the world. The Grand Bazaar is located within walking distance from Sultan Ahmet area. Great things to buy there are ceramics, Turkish lamps, hand-woven carpets, Turkish silver and gold jewelry, as well as spices and Turkish delight.
So we are done with shopping. We spent a couple of hours in the Grand Bazaar. It was very interesting. We did some haggling, but it was actually quite comfortable to walk through the bazaar. We ended up buying this hand-painted evil eye, which protects you from the evil eye from other people. Next to the Grand Bazaar, we discovered a book market, which we highly recommend taking a look at. By the way, we're getting around with the Istanbul card. This is red card for bus, metro and ferry, except for the blue bus. But this is quite easy. You can get it for €2, top it up whenever you need it, and then use it to use the public transport.
By the way, one card is enough for several people, thus you can save the card fee for other cards. You can find the machines for topping up your Istanbul card on all major stations. You can pay cash or by card.
Good morning. I got up early to start the day with a run before exploring the city later on, and I'm just trying to run around the Golden Horn, taking you with me.
The run gave me a fantastic view towards Bosphorus Bridge. The sunrise was stunning and I even could spot some dolphins.
So coming back from the run, entering Galata again, you see it got a lot more busy already. People are fishing, people start going to work, shops are opening. So if you're a runner, I would recommend to get up early and to run here in Istanbul. It's just a great feeling. Good morning. We start our day here in Istanbul in the part Galata, which is on the western side of Istanbul. We're starting it with quite many cats, so during your visit you'll meet a lot of cats. Galata is a very nice park with a lot of shops and restaurants. You can find Istiklal Street and Taksim Square. Galata is very well connected to the rest of the city. We are now going to the Galata Tower, which is the most iconic site here in this part of the city.
With its 63 meters height, Galata Tower was once the tallest building in Istanbul. During the Ottoman period, Galata Tower functioned as jail, observatory house and watchtower. Today, the tower is open to the public. We start the day with menemen. It's a Turkish dish made of eggs, tomato and green peppers. Traditionally, bread is used as a spoon to scoop the menemen out of the hot bowl.
So we continue walking a bit in Balat, in this colorful street, and as you hear, it's 1 p.m. it's prayer time. So the muezzins can be heard everywhere. Balat is famous for its blue houses. It was an Orthodox and Jewish neighborhood former times, and it's nice to come here. It's more quiet than the old center of the city, and you can just stroll around and enjoy. And from almost everywhere you can get a glimpse on the Bosphorus.
Even more beautiful is being out on the Bosphorus. When traveling to Istanbul, a trip by boat on the Bosphorus should never be missed, be it a Bosphorus cruise or a ride on the ferry.
We are in Kadiköy now, on the eastern side of Istanbul. An exciting next stop is waiting for us. We're going to a Turkish Hamam. After a 5-minute walk from Kadiköy ferry terminal, we now arrived at the Azizi Hamam. Now, if you're a couple, prepare to use the separate entrances for women and men. So after about an hour, we are out of the hammam again. You see, we are completely steamed, soaked, peeled, completely cleansed. We think it was a very good experience. We can definitely recommend it to you. It was a local place, not a tourist place. We paid 330 Turkish lira, so about $10 for this hour in the hammam. We just walked in, we didn't bring our own towel or something. You are provided a towel and you get slippers, and you don't need to bring anything. Wow, that was a ride. Actually, it took us some time to come up here on Camlica Hill because Istanbul is really packed today because people are celebrating the end of Ramadan. But as you can see in the background, it was really worth coming up because it's the highest of the 7 hills here in Istanbul, which means we have an amazing view over the city.
The hill borders the Üsküdar district and offers wonderful panoramic views over the city, Marmara Sea and Bosphorus Strait. On a clear day, you can see all the way to the Princess Islands and the snow-covered ridge of Uludag Mountain. Spring is perhaps the best time of the year to climb the hill when the wildflowers and tulips are blooming. At sunset, the domes and minarets of Istanbul's many mosques make a stunning silhouette against the colorful sky. Walking down after the sundowner, you see the 369-meter-high Camlica Tower shining in the Turkish national colors right next to you.
Good morning. So we have another day in Istanbul, and as we have a few days here, we have time to get out of the city. Today we decided to take the ferry to the Princess Islands, which is a few islands that are scattered in the Marmara Sea, and it is about an hour to an hour and a half of a ferry ride. So we just prepared ourselves with some simit, and now let's hop on the ferry. So there we are. We arrived in Büyükada, which is the biggest of the Princess Islands. Behind me you can see the city, so we're going to explore the city first, but we came here to do some hiking and to just walk around the island. The hilltop by now. Actually, there are very nice walking paths. You can keep off the main road where all the people with the bicycles and with the electric cars are driving, and then it's really nice, and we really enjoy the calmness of this island here. And also you have like stunning views. You can see Istanbul all over, so it's really a massive city.
Don't forget about a tea break. Have some Turkish chai. It's the best with a lot of sugar.
So on our way back from the Prince Islands, the ferry does a stop at Kadiköy on the Asian side. So we use this opportunity to go out here again for dinner. Also, we like this side very much. It has a different vibe than the European side. It's definitely a different atmosphere here.
After a lot of hiking, we're really hungry now, and we were recommended this very nice fish restaurant, so we'll have a try.
After this great day in the surroundings of Istanbul, we're now at the waterfront in Kadiköy, and we'll get rewarded with a beautiful sunset over the city.
You should definitely dive into the bustling nightlife in Kadiköy with its countless bars and restaurants. We made our way to a künefe restaurant to gain back the calories that we lost during the hike.
It's dessert time. We have a chai and we have a künefe, like a typical Turkish dessert.
That was actually our last night in Istanbul. We enjoyed the nighttime return trip on the ferry even more, with the illuminated Hagia Sofia shining for us from the other shore. The next morning we made our way to the international airport Sabiha. We used the metro instead of taxi or Uber to avoid any traffic jam and arrive on time to catch our flight.
Every trip comes to an end. We have safely arrived at home, and we are filled with rich impressions from our trip to Istanbul.
It was great having you with us through our trip to Istanbul, and thank you very much for watching. See you soon.